It's time to unwrap with help from our friends at Upper Deck. Welcome to this special holiday shopping edition. Are you serious right now? Ooh. This is where I come close to getting fired because wait until you get the Kane one. Patrick's just waiting for you. This is like a hologram. I want to just tilt it a little bit. Susan, our director, where are you, Patrick? Just watch this. Watch that. It was brought back from the Apollo 12 mission by Alan Bean. That's the material. It's so shiny. So each of us has a pack that we're going to open. But first, we're going to go through teams and their shopping needs involving these four players. And if one of you breaks up Kane and Taves, I will call you Yoko Ono. But you're entitled to have your opinion. Let's start with Kane. Connie, you've seen him more than anybody. What do you think?
Well, he's a special player,
yes,
and he could help any team. The problem there is he carries a pretty hefty contract at $10.5 million. So the longer you wait to get to the trade deadline, the less he ultimately costs you as a hit against your cap. So everyone thinks New York Rangers. Yes, he loved playing with Artemi Panarin. In fact, he said he liked playing with Artemi Panarin more than any other player. But what if the Buffalo Sabres are close or in the playoffs come trade deadline? Patrick Kane is from Buffalo. The Buffalo Sabres have plenty of cap space. Patrick Kane wants to sign an extension at some point. The Buffalo Sabres would be able to do that. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm just throwing it out there. Possibly the New Jersey Devils. I think they've got a little bit of cap space. So Patrick Kane, I think, will end up on another team before March 3rd, which I think is the trade deadline date. And it's not going to be in Chicago.
Interesting. I like it.
I liked this. Different.
That.
Yeah, everything made sense in a few different locations.
I like that.
What do you think?
I'm looking at Bo Horvat, and I think Bo Horvat is a guy who a lot of teams looking for depth down the middle. That's how you win championships. You've got to have some depth down the middle. So for me, maybe the New York Rangers might be looking at a Bo Horvat, being able to, go Zibanejad, Horvat, Zibanejad. Little depth down the middle, some strength, can play in all situations. It's pretty much to the point now in Vancouver that yes, he is going to be moved. He's not going to re-sign, and he's already said he's not going to discuss it until the season's over. And I agree with you, Steve. I don't think you're going to see a lot of movement because the top teams are so tight to the cap that there's going to have to be some juggling or wait till the final minute. But I think the New York Rangers are a team that's probably looking for some depth in the middle, and I think that's a perfect fit. Young player, short-term contract that's just going to be done by the end of the year as a UFA, and he brings everything that you want in a top-line player: scoring, defense responsibilities, leadership abilities, and I think he's going to be. I think he'd be a perfect fit for the Rangers.
The C belongs on a guy who says the off-season is for talking, the season is for playing. Anytime he's asked about the contract, bless your heart, Bo Horvat, from one great captain to another. If you've captained 3 cup winners and you've also helped Canada break my heart several times, Jonathan Taves, we're talking about you. Connie, what an awesome addition he would be to any team. What do you see?
Well, I see a guy who typically is amongst the top 4 or 5 in the NHL winning faceoffs. He's just a beast in the faceoff circle. He's having a great offensive year this year, to a lot of people's surprise. Remember last year he came back after taking a full year off, and he kind of stumbled out of the gates. Got better as the year went on. This year he's really been, one of the hotter Chicago Blackhawk players. He's good on the power play. He's great on the penalty kill. You can put him out in any situation. Who could use a guy like that? Well, he grew up in Winnipeg. He still has family in Winnipeg. Could the Winnipeg Jets possibly use him heading into the playoffs? I think they could. Now, does he want to go? He holds all the cards, so to speak, because he has a no-trade clause, and he can determine where he wants to go. Would the Winnipeg Jets be a place he'd want to go? I would think so, but we just have to wait and see.
How about John Gibson? This is a guy who, Mike Kelly is a genius. Like, seriously, the word gets overused. That guy's a genius. And even he said it's impossible to really measure how good John Gibson is because of all the factors in Anaheim. How about it, Reader? You've seen some great goalies.
And I've seen some great John Gibson. I remember John Gibson played with the Kitchener Rangers in the OHL, and Steve Sprott was the head coach and general manager, and he pretty much said the bus doesn't leave town until Gibby's on it. It didn't matter when he was there. That's how important he was. He was sensational then. He's had a sensational NHL career. He's on a terrible team, a rebuilding team with Pat Verbeek and the Anaheim Ducks, and that's fine. But if I'm John Gibson, I'm like, you know what? I want to go somewhere. I want to start winning. Like, and goaltenders, the amount of shots that he sees, the amount of tough shots and the outnumbered situations and the amount of work that he has to do is absolutely remarkable. And it's a tough thing to continue to do over and over again and lose. And you think your team's in the game and you end up losing. For me, John Gibson would be perfect in a place like Edmonton. Like, they are looking for some stability in Edmonton, and Jack Campbell just hasn't quite panned out. They just gave Stuart Skinner an extension. Perfect number 2. You can go get a Gibson, bring Gibby in and solidify things. When the team in front of him gives him a little bit of team defense, and we're talking, the Carolinas, we go to Toronto, we go to Boston, and the top teams and their defensive structures, the Colorados, the team defense that they have. You put a goaltender like John Gibson in a team that has got just decent, not great, but just decent defensive team structure in front of him, and Gibson will win you games. So that, to me, if I'm John Gibson, I'm going in. All right, get as much as you can for me.
Makes sense. Early in his career, we remember him playing on those Ducks teams that went on deep runs. It's time to open our packs.
Christmas is coming early.
And I was told by our producer, Stanford, that we have to give away, in the spirit of the holidays.
Oh, my.
Oh! Jason Robertson. I cannot be expected to give this away. No. What's the penalty? How much do I have to pay?
Coal in your stocking.
What's the fine? Jason Robertson, everybody. How good is he? How good? 18-game point streak? Are you serious?
Right,
I can top that.
Oh, okay.
22-game point streak.
I dropped.
Mitch Marner.
Sorry.
He looks good in those blue Toronto Maple Leaf sweaters. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. 1. Oh. If I known we'd be doing this, I could have had a manicure today because my hands are looking a little rough, but we'll go with it. Mitch Marner, unbelievable season. Toronto Maple Leaf. He might have a big night tonight against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm going to give this to Dave Reed because he is a former Toronto Maple Leaf.
You guys give gifts.
He bleeds.
I'll trade you. Oh, thanks. I'll take Marner.
You got it.
I'll take Marner home. That's a good one.
What do you got?
Who are you giving?
All right. This is what I'm going to trade you, Connie, and this is what I think of my Maple Leafs.
Oh, yes.
I'm trading you 800.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mr. 800, Alex Ovechkin. I'm going to swap that out to you. I'm going to trade you, Connie, for the Mitch Marner. I'll give you the
Thank you.
Alexander Ovechkin.
Holiday spirit.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Way to go.
Take my Blues. That's when I was a kid.
They traded. That was beautiful.
In the schoolyard, that's all I wanted were the Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
I would trade Bobby Orr for Daryl Sittler if I could in the day.
Awesome.
When I collected way back in
a
long time ago.
We used to play knockdowns.
Oh, yeah, you don't do it anymore.
No.
Nope.
So we'd line the cards up against the wall, stand back about 10 feet, and throw cards, try to knock them down.
And then whoever
knocked the last one down got to collect all the cards.
Take them all. And Topsies, you do that one? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you ever put them in your spokes? We don't do that anymore either. But
You used to do that too.
Oh, yeah. What do you got, Tony? You taking Jason Robertson home?
I think we're going to take a commercial.
Taking him home?
Is what we're going to do.
Yeah, that's all right, Tony.
Hello.
I'll trade you. Let's see. I'll trade you 2 for 1.
Holidays.
Hey, 2 for 1.
Hey,
I got Johnny Gaudreau. I got Johnny Gaudreau for you. You want Johnny Gaudreau?
Ooh, that's tempting.
Come on.
That's
Portraits.
tempting.
Upper Deck Portraits, Johnny Gaudreau.
Ooh, it's a good one. Up. Game time next.
I'll throw in Gensel.
Oh,
and Gensel.
It's getting real attractive.
And Gensel.
Unwrap is presented by Upper Deck. Collect the latest Young Guns in 2022-23 Series 1. Visit a hobby shop today.